Yo, what's up guys? You got Pokey. Here with the next part of Mamoswine to the top. Now, I've been testing a few different teams, especially because the end of February is about to happen, and what I'm going to be doing is the same thing I did with Amapomp to the top, so I'll probably have like a 2-hour video or whatever, so just leave teams on my small one profile. My small one profile name is AIM. That comes in 2 days, so that Wednesday, I'll hopefully have like a huge finale for Mamoswine to the top. So I've just been trying out a bunch of different teams, but guys, they don't have to be good. I don't really care. I'll have like a fresh account. I'll try and get as high as possible in 2 hours, from like 1,000 to whatever we are. So I don't really care how good or bad the teams are. We're just gonna ladder the hell up with you guys' teams. So go ahead and leave teams on my smaller profile. Another thing, Blender told me to mention that March 1st, 4 p.m. Eastern on Smog Tours server, him and CVB will be playing, and you should be there. So I'll probably make another announcement, but this is part 2 of the Flame Victini special. We got Metronome Mamo with Scarf Magnezone, and this time we have Scizor. So Lele switching, as well as Rocky MZ Landers this time, not Supersonic Sky Strike, with Scarf Latios. So we have Defog this time, and the Stomping Tantrum Amoonguss. Yes, we have Stomping Tantrum Amoonguss with Formons and Earthquake. It's okay. It's okay, man. This team doesn't appreciate switching into Heatran, and Amoonguss gives it probably one of the freest switches. So that's the point of it. It's a lure. It's a lure. The lure. The lid. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, I'm excited because it's always a lot of fun doing that final episode, especially when you guys give me some crazy teams. It doesn't matter if they're good or not. I don't even care. I really don't. I can't promise Gator being on because, 1, I don't think he would record Pokemon with me for 2 hours. And 2, he's doing his own thing with his semester and whatnot. Yesterday, I wonder if he's okay with me telling the story. Yesterday, his teacher said, the Kardashians are in Tokyo. Come with me and I'll give you extra credit if you get a video of them. Like, what? Hey, man, you know what? Whatever gives Gator credit, that's fine. That's his photography class or course or whatever he's doing. I think that's his YouTube course, like YouTube course 2.0. Anyway, it looks like we can't find a game, so I'll pause it until we found one. Bear back. Alright, so we found a game versus a fellow Mamoswine user. I can respect that. I'm actually going to lead off with Landers because everything he leads off with, Scizor, Mamoswine, Toxapex, Latios, Landers, I can switch into, but not Heatran. And Scizor is a great lead because it beats most of his team, but like I said, I can't switch into that Heatran. So I'll lead Landers because looks like he gets it off before me. I think he might be Scarf. I'll go to my rocks because I'll live 1 HP ice. And the great thing is now I potentially get a Spore with Amoonguss. Even if he doubles, honestly I think he will double. But I'm going to go Amoonguss anyway. Like I said, I switch into that. I'm pretty sure he's Scarf Lando. Perfect. So this is a Spore for me. I don't care what he turns out into. This is just a free Spore. And that Stealth Rock damage on Scizor is really important because HP Fire knocks it out after the next one, if I'm not mistaken. So, clean, able to knock that out. Do I take a Magma Storm from Heatran at this percentage? Because if I do, I'm going for Sludge Bomb, then I'm going for Stomping Tantrum. Okay, that's actually not the play. Mamoswine is the best play. Because I get regen, and I scare out the, what's it called? The Heatran right here. So we'll double out to Magnezone because like, you have 1 switching, which is literally your Scizor. That's like your only switch into this thing. Yep. And with the 2 turns of Stealth Rock, and if he is Fizz Def, which they all are now, this should be able to knock him out. Unfortunately, barely miss out on that KO. However, Scizor is not ever going to be able to recover on anything. Assuming that's a defogger and whatnot. So Lando comes out. Aren't you Scarf Rocks? I feel like that dude's Scarf Rocks. I'll just defogs. Okay, that's fine. I'll get on my rocks. I'm pretty sure this is Scarf. Like, I'm actually positive this is Scarf. So I'll be able to get on my rocks right here. Now, this isn't Mega Latios. This is Choice Locked, I want to say. Magnezone's role in this game would be to... nothing really. It already did its job. That's Specs or Scarf. Either way, I Flash Cannon here. Actually, I can Volt Switch. Because Amoonguss eats the hit. If it's Psychium, it's an issue, though. I knew I would eat one hit though, and I wanted to try and put him in range of Sludge. There's two things I would have gotten out of that turn. If I Sludge Bombed and he went Heat Ran, Stomping Tantrum knocked him out. If I Sludge Bombed and he stayed in, like he did, I put him in range of Ice Shard. So either way, I get to bring out Magnezone now, because if he recovers Calm Minds, that doesn't matter. I have a Scarf one in the back, and I also have Flash Cannon spam. And Flash Cannon spam puts in a range of Icicle Crash anyway. I don't know if that crit mattered. It might have. Either way, I bring a Mamoswine now, and you do not defog on me. And your Toxapex is asleep, and your Scissor's at 1%. So we'll be able to get rid of Latios. I think I use this team. We'll be able to get rid of Latios here. Toxapex has not burnt any turns of sleep at all, so knockoff is free. And then I can just click Earthquake because I don't really care about Lando coming in on me at all. Yeah, so it gives me Toxapex, which is amazing for Scizor. All he has left is that Heat Ran for it. Pretty much, my Scizor beats everything on his squad. Lando comes out. The only move Lando can go for to knock me out would be Earthquake. It doesn't even knock me out, but that's the only move it could really go for. And if it goes for Defog, I'll always get up my rocks one more time, because we do not want that Scizor coming back in. I'm going to Crush here because I would Earthquake. Even if he crashes, that's fine. I can't risk it being Metronome Mammo on this squad because I don't really remember which one is Metronome Mammo. But either way, we get to Mega Evolve and just U-turn here. As he brings in Heatran, and this gives me my own Mamoswine. And the great thing about my Mamoswine versus his is, because I'm not Life Orb, there's no way he can wear me down, like at all. So if he ever gives me Heatran, and this still boosts my Metronome, like if he ever gives me Heatran, Scizor just wins the game because I'm SD Scizor, and Landorus is Scarf confirmed. The other good thing is my Earthquake Latios is amazing versus him too, because it actually gets to catch Heatran off guard, and again just provides that SD Scizor. And there you go, SD Scizor just wins the game now. Like 100% of the time, it wins the game. I do not have to switch, and my Metronome Earthquake will guarantee knock out this Mamoswine, whereas I'll always live his attack. And the only attack he could actually have that would knock me out would be Super Power, which would then give me +2 with my that would then give me +2 with my Scizor just to win the game. So Mamoswine, and at this point he's also boosting my Ice Shard now. So even the -1 Lando, which the only thing he could do to get Scizor back would be Defog, and Scizor's at 1%. So yeah, the biggest turn was trapping Scizor early on, or calling the Scizor play early on, because what it allowed me to do was just run rampant with my Mamoswine, and you know, it ended up working out. So awesome. I think that game went almost perfectly. A few turns that could have been different was me obviously playing around Latios, but I didn't know the Latios set, even though I'm pretty sure I used a team, or a team similar to that. I don't know, I say that about every team, don't I? I see some funny comments about it. Alright, so this is one of the dudes I was testing. Well, I fought him while I was testing, and he, like, his Banded Zygarde, I'll show you the team that I used. Can I show you the team I used without risking showing the team I'm using versus Wolf? Yeah, whatever. I'll show it later. But basically, the squad I used versus this guy was not the best, because he had a Banded Zygarde and I had no ground resistance. I mean, here I have no ground resistance either, but at least I have Mega Scizor. So I'm leading Landorus because if he leads anything like Torn or anything, really solid for me. I don't mind Chansey as a lead either, because I get up my rocks, and I'll actually SD right now as he goes Slowbro. So the thing about Slowbro is, I don't know how well you actually take this. And he gives me Scizor, which is so amazing for Mamoswine, because that was like one of his best switch-ins. Ditto can copy me all at once, but it won't knock me out with Stone Edge. And I get damage that I crucially need on Ditto, yeah, and Ditto's gone. So that means it's a free Spore for me. Of course, Tornadus is going to come out, though, and this is a problem. Like a big problem to my team. Especially if it's Sky Strike, which I'm pretty sure it is. I will go Lati, which is Scarf, and I don't mind if he goes Chansey, because I'll be able to Spore something with Amoonguss if Chansey comes out. And if he stays in, I actually get rid of the Z Tornadus. So, awesome. Zygarde comes out. I know this thing is banded. I just want a Draco to put him in range of Ice Shard. However, that is not the case. I would have gotten enough to just win with Ice Shard, but that's okay too. So Chansey comes out. There's no big deal. I'll be able to go Among Us and just click Spore. As he goes, bro. I ate that. I legitimately ate that up. And he's giving me damage on Zygarde, which, like I said, I desperately needed for, not desperately, but I needed for, I'll live every hit. But I needed for my Mamoswine. So Ice Shard guarantee knocks you out. SD Scizor wins the game now. And I can just sack. I can also just SD up with Scizor, I think, and win the game as well. But how do I want to win this? I think going Mamoswine and just clicking knockoff is the faster way to win. Because I'll just be able to click Earthquake. Yeah. Just be able to click Earthquake right now. And because Slowbro has not burnt any turn to sleep, and because this is Metronome boosted, I'll just win the game. I'm not going to lie though, the other team that I was using when I played this dude, he straight up destroyed me. Because I had no ground immunity, he just clicked 1,000 arrows. I had no way of dealing with Zygarde. That dude left? He leafed. So, biggest turn, SDing up with Lando early. I did it because I knew my Z move would threaten something, and obviously getting that crit on Ditto was pretty big. I don't know how much that crit mattered, though. That's because he has Ditto's HP, and Ditto's HP is a lot less than Landorus's HP. So, yes, his +2/+1 did only that much, but my +1 would do... I think it would put him in range of literally anything, and he gets no recovery versus every Mon bar Among Us, and even then, like, he couldn't come in on Among Us because I'm pretty sure Sludge Bomb would knock out Ditto. Either way, cool. Get another victory on our belt. I'm liking this team. I'm liking this team a lot. I like it a little bit better than the one from yesterday just because it actually has hazard control. Not that I've used the hazard control at all. And also, I feel like a lot of the teams that I show off, maybe they don't do well because team matchups are a big thing, right? Now I'm fighting a Qwilfish. And Qwilfish is a huge problem. I like Lando. I gotta be careful about Gren. But I like Lando a lot because it potentially gets me an early kill on... What up, man? What up, man? Are you the Gary from NJMP Vids? Oh. Have fun. I got ignored. Oh. Alright. I was like, oh, okay, have fun. It's like, damn. Okay, I will. I'm sorry. I'll definitely live in HP Ice. I'm gonna get on my rocks first. I'll live 1 HP Ice. I'm pretty sure I'll even live with Specs HP Ice too, because of my weird EV spread. And yeah, the U-turn was like the most likely play. So, we're at a good rocks. Get some Pelipper. My Z-Rock does O-code this, and I don't mind if he even switches out. But if he stays in, great. I get the KO on Pelipper. If he switches out, it's a Ferrothorn. I get an SD up. So, awesome. I think we're going to be able to KO Pelipper really, really, really early, which we are, and that's going to open up that door for Scizor. Of course, he does have this Swampert in the back, but with the rain turns being gone, Latios is also going to have a lot of fun. I just got to be really careful about Ferrothorn, but I can trap it with my Magnezone, thankfully. And also, Greninja's a giant threat. But getting rid of Pelipper early also means no defog unless his Coco's defog, and I think I got like the best possible first 2 turns I could get. So Gren is going to come out. We'll go Spadef Among Us, hopefully eats the hit. Any turns of Stealth Rock damage on Gren is also really good for Scizor. I could see him spiking, I suppose. Freezes me, which is really bad. That's actually super bad that he froze me right there. Is that Specs? That's really bad that he froze me. Because I need this Pokemon to wall half his team. That's Battle Bond. Obviously, but is that Specs? I have no idea. I'm calm-natured. Just like my personality. Except when I get angry. I'm like the Hulk. What am I saying? La la la. Specs is 56 to... Yep, that's Specs. Okay, cool. So it gives me Scizor as he goes into Lord Quillfish. I'm pretty sure I'll take a Hydro Vortex. Not sure about Waterfall. But, I mean, yeah, I'm sure about Waterfall. Young Lando. Just trying to waste these turns. So we'll be able to go Amoonguss right here as he goes for Liquidation. And it's Life Orb. Ooh, okay, cool. So another Liquidation will be able to knock me out. Latios needs to hit, and you should go for Liquidation again. Yep. So basically what I was trying to do is just stall out his Rain, because that's obviously what he has here. And I think Lando will suffice. That's the last turn of Rain he has, and I knock him out with Psyshock, and I can trap. Basically, I can trap Ferrothorn. I still want to keep Amoonguss alive because it can actually still pivot on the Greninja if he goes for anything else. And awesome. So I get to bring out Latios here. Just click that Young Earthquake. Really sucks about his Greninja. But I'm clicking Earthquake because it actually hits Greninja as well. For a little bit, it's only a little bit of damage, but it still hits Greninja, which is what I need. Also still hitting Tapu Koko. And like I said, this is the bit of damage I need. Like, he'll be able to Dark Pulse here, unfortunately, but I need as much damage for my Scizor as possible. Like, my Scizor will eat this hit, for sure. And I need this chip. As long as he... I don't want to say it, but as long as he doesn't flinch me, I should be okay. I'm really worried about Swampert. I'm not gonna lie, Swampert can beat me down now, especially with a frozen Amoonguss. Like, if Amoonguss thaws on that particular turn that Swampert attacks it, we're good. The other thing I can do is SD up here. If I knock him out at +2. Greninja. 44 to 52, that's in range. I do 22. Double Bullet Punch is actually the better play. That is the way better play. I doubt you'd be HP Fire on this team. But I U-turn here. I trap you. He knocked off my Choice Scarf, which is interesting. Doesn't that actually make it easier for me? A little bit. Again, it's still going to come down to... unfortunately, it's still going to come down to... Ah, man, I didn't KO. That boy had Big Papa Berry, too. It might come down to Gren. I don't regret any of my plays, though, thus far. I really wish he didn't freeze me, but I definitely don't regret my plays. And he will be able to get up rocks here. Man, if only I got the 54 roll. I'm pretty sure this does around 54. Big Papa Berry, though. That's cool. I should be trying to wake up with my Amoonguss, I feel. Or trying to thaw with my Amoonguss. Does you not have rocks, bro? Or is it just Rock Swampert? I'm going to attempt to thaw with my Amoonguss on you because that's really, really, really important. Go ahead and thaw, buddy. I need you to thaw right now because Ferrothorn will never recover. And I beat it 1v1. And if I actually... Thank you. If I do thaw, I can actually beat the Swampert now. So I do not mind him getting up rocks, especially because like this is super important towards beating Swampert. Like, this is really important. So thankfully Amoonguss does thaw. Greninja will go down. I just bullet punch it twice with Scizor. Actually, I bullet punch it once. I know that's Specs for sure. So I sack Madness on here because it has no use, but Amoonguss still can take a hit from Swampert, which is really important. And that should allow me to finish the game off with Mamoswine plus Mamo plus Amoonguss. Are you just not Spikes? Alright, so we go Scizor now. How much does he do to me? Because this could be a big turn too. 67. Because I'm thinking about U-turning because if he gets in Swampert here, I can click Earthquake. No, Bullet Punch is my play. Always. Yeah. Because he could flinch me. So we get rid of Greninja. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The Swampert is going to come out most likely. I think the only one I can lose to is a Power Up Punch one, but I hope this is an NJMP team and it's just Stone Edge. I also hope my Amoonguss eats the hit from Swampert. Like, thinking about it, my Amoonguss is not physically defensive at all, and that's a Swampert. That's a Mega Swampert. Oh, it doesn't do as much as I thought. Alright, any chip damage is good on you, I guess. If he's Power Up Punch, he's Power Up Punch anyway, so there's nothing I can do about that. I don't think Rain really matters at all. Because it still comes down to Amoonguss versus this, and I just click Giga Drain now. Coco does not knock me out with anything. Think he's Z Brave Bird? I hope you're not Z Brave Bird, but even if we were Z Brave Bird, is switching my play? Guardian of Alola. That's fine too. Because we just Ice Shard here. Put him in the range of Giga Drain. Wait, did he mess up? Why'd he go? So I should win right now. Because Coco can't knock me out. It was Z-Guardian Alola. I made the right play switching out. I think I win. I don't know how much he actually does. It only does 60. Actually, 60 is still a lot. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. I don't think I died to any move that Coco can go for, especially because I know it's not specs and whatnot. So we click Sludge Bomb here. Yep. I can get full paired. Game, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nice, nice. It's been a while since I felt like we beat a Rain matchup, man. I really do feel like it's been a while. But Amoonguss for MVP, man. Appreciate it. That was really nice. That was a good game. That was a good game. Amoonguss definitely clutched that out though. Like the fact that it was able to thaw, oh, that was so big. I think that game would have been over if I didn't thaw. Because what would have happened was it would have came down to a turn where it probably would have been Swampert versus Amoonguss, and I would have been pressured to stay in and try and thaw. I stand by my play, by the way, of switching out into Mamoswine on the Coco because Gigavolt Havoc, Guardian of Alola, Supersize Sky Strike. Basically, Z-moves were the only thing that could threaten Amoonguss for any bit of damage to put it in range of Swampert. That's how I feel anyway. Have fun, man. Boy, this is going to be a tough one. Lele is annoying. How do you lead versus a Lele? I don't know how to lead versus a Lele. It's Gren. You gonna spike or just go hard Lando? I feel like he'd spike here. I mean, either way, Flash Cannon is my play because it hits everything for a decent chunk. Lando comes out. That's definitely defensive if it only took 46. So we'll trade rocks here. And then my Z move should be able to OHKO him. And then hopefully SD Scissor can do some damage. This should KO at 54. I think this will. Ah, it didn't. But he U-turn. So he dies to rocks. And he does have a Defogger. No, he does have a Lele as well, by the way. You see this Lele? Nice Lele. Don't really have a switch in, so... Oh, that boy Z'd immediately. So the good thing about this turn is... I get a Magnezone. And... we found out that the Lele was Z, which is pretty big, but I also get to Volt Switch here because Magnezone is actually really useful in being able to beat Kartana. And the fact that Lando is gone is incredible. So this is a problem. That is a huge problem to me. We'll go Latios on Focus Blast or whatever attack he wants to go for. Unfortunately misses, which is pretty big. He does have Levitate though, so I'm actually forced to Psy Shock here. Which I don't really like too much. Would you go Gren? I'm still gonna side shock again. I gotta put in a range of like I don't care if you shadow ball or do what you do. And this is not this is a good opportunity just to Mega Evolve. It doesn't matter if he goes Lele, Cart, whatever. Yeah, none of that actually matters. If he defogs right now, then you are trapped by my Magnezone, which is definitely what I want. Does Flash Cannon knock out Kartana? Because if it does, I'm going for it. Magnezone. I mean Volt Switch. It should, right? I like how it's called OU Paper Cut. 53 min. Okay, cool. Because I don't want to be I don't want to be magnet pulled by Alakazam. Obviously, granted, it has to hit Focus Blast, but I still don't want to be magnet pulled by an Alakazam. Anyway, we go Scizor now. Gotta be really careful about Lele. HP Fire coming out. I should live one though. Unless you crit me. Okay, so that's really big. Now the reason this is big is because that put it in range. Yes, it's freaking Scizor, bro. Man. We might actually drop a game today. I was kind of hoping we go undefeated. Someone left a comment yesterday on my my Mammoth live. Really funny. By the way, it only does 80 max. It's not your fault, dude. He was like, I went like X and 1 yesterday, and he was like, man, Joy really fell off. I was like, what? I was making some power plays. What are you talking about, bro? Anyway, Flash Cannon is my play. Gearing up. Just gonna Volt Switch on me anyway. I'm just gonna go off the Focus Blast miss from Zam. That really sucked though, because basically I got the damage that I needed on Lele to be able to knock it out with anything from my Magnezone, and now he can just go for Psyshock. Ideally, my Magnezone needs this. Yeah. Like, I need every Pokemon alive. If that Grand clicks Spike right here, it's kind of over. Or if he doubles too, it's over too. Just click Star Pulse. Okay, cool. So Spore. Thankfully, nothing happened there. Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lose because I didn't get the chip damage I needed on Lele. I don't think Flash Cannon knocks it out, and yeah. I don't think Flash Cannon knocks you out. I needed that chip, and then I needed like my Scizor alive as well because I would have enough sacks here to stall out Psychic Terrain. Huh. I still needed my Scizor. That really does suck. Because like I said, I would have enough sacks here. I wouldn't have had to sack any of these pawn. And I would have about 3 Pokemon left here. And 3 turns Psychic Terrain. I would sack this, sack this, sack this. Psychic Terrain will end. And I'd win the game with Mamoswine's Ice Shard. Good game. Yeah, so it literally came down. It was literally that one deciding turn. But that's Pokemon. That really sucked that happened that way too. Because... well, that's a really cool team. I would use this on Wi-Fi. This is just Trick Room, right? This is definitely Trick Room. Some type of Trick Room. Cool Trick Room. Anyway, that sucked, but that's Pokemon. Like Among Us. I'm a Sludge Bomb because Spec Psychic's like the only thing he could do that actually does any damage. But this also covered the that Poison sucked as well. But this also covered the Alolan Executor switch. So I know that Specs. Very good double on my opponent's part. Incredible double actually. But he opted to get up rocks as opposed to attacking me. So I don't know how I feel about that. I would have definitely attacked, I feel. But get him off myself as he Shadow Bones. I'm gonna SD up on. Why would you not? Why would you? Okay, anyway, this gets me a kill. I don't know why he's staying in with this, but like I don't get why you would. You have 2 Pokemon to deal with my Scizor, right? It's Marowak is one of them, and then the other one's Celesteela. So I don't get that play, but you know what? Worked out for my opponent right there. Nice Spore. Lumberry. Whoa. I have a Scizor. What am I doing? Unfortunately, he has that Marowak alive. And this is what I was talking about. Like, I don't know why he made the play he did versus Lando. You do nothing this game. It's actually worse to keep you alive in this game than it is it. But we can go Mamoswine now and just click knock off. The good thing is Mamoswine checks Executor with Ice Shard. My Amoonguss is still decent, and Mimikyu Disguise actually is not busted, so that's a little bit annoying, but I do have Scizor to Bullet Punch and a Scarf Magnezone to take a hit. Interesting. Not my Metronome. No. It was Orb. I don't want to risk missing anything, so Ice Shard, get rid of you. Awesome. Celesteela comes out. I don't know what to do versus you. Did I just go hard Magnezone? Like, apparently not. That boy's Orb. Apparently that was not the play. I mean, this should still do a ton. Oh, I get a nice juicy flinch. And there goes the there goes the flinch. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose to this. And you really threw me off with the way he played Marowak. But then again, I just went a hard Magnezone. But like, how the hell was I supposed to know what moveset he had? I'm just gonna hope you're not Fire Move in SD. Like, I don't have a choice here. I'm just gonna pray you're not Fire Move. Yep, good game, dude. I'm getting one more. I'm not ending on that loss. Yeah, like, the Marowak play made no sense to me because, then again, his team was, like, crazy. But, I mean, it still worked. But it made no sense because you do not beat Scizor outside of Celesteela, which apparently is Life Orb. I guess I should have just went for the Icicle Crash versus it, but I had no idea what the hell it was. And I wanted to keep Mamoswine alive because it actually smacks something like Marowak, which I lose to without Mamoswine. And at least in that case, I don't know, I thought, is this another Trick Room team? They're really odd today. But why is it Trick Room with Lele? He has no ground type, by the way, that's why I let off with Xatu. Or I let off with this, as he leads Xatu, excuse me. I guess Mammal takes every hit. What are you gonna do, Trick Room? I guess was he Focus Sash? Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore, it's dead now. Crawdaunt potentially coming out. Yep. Whoa, you're slower. We're gonna sack Latios before going hard into Amoonguss. My Amoonguss is faster, so under Trick Room. So that's cool. The bad thing is if he gets like a first turn Wake, it's incredibly bad for me right now. Please don't get it. Please don't get it. Thank you. So thankfully we deal some damage there, but this is tough. I feel like Mamoswine is a sack. I can go Scizor after and Bullet Punch him. I don't even think Bullet Punch is big. Like, I want to keep Magnezone alive because it beats Lele and all of them. Actually, it doesn't even matter. I get up rocks here. Like, I'll live in Ice Beam anyway. And you're just going to Lunar Dance, so I'll be able to go out to Amoonguss next turn. Yep, I can go Amoonguss right now. If you Lunar Dance that Crawdaunt, it can't SD up. If you Ice Beam, Coolio, I get to Spore you. Under Trick Room, I'm faster than your team. I have Stomping Tantrum as well. I really got to be careful because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a random Scarf Lele on this team. Like, I'm really positive it will be. I'd make it Scarf Lele. But then, again, whoa, Mawile. Okay. Sludge Bomb on apparently the Lele coming in, awesome. I mean, I just went for Sludge Bomb there, that way I could Stomping Tantrum, but I'll take it. There is no way you're... No way, you're slower than me. Awesome, so we get rid of Lele, which is something I was really, really, really worried about. But this also means he can't use his priority versus like Scizor and whatnot. I SD up because it forces in the Cardon. Mawile has not burnt any turns of sleep as well. Actually, I don't want him to attack me there. Yeah. Nice. Fortunately, he gets a strong knockoff. Off. Do some chip. See if he's shooka. Nope. Alright, so he decides to knock me out there, which means I guarantee win the game. Unless it's Scarf, but even then, like, I SD up with Scizor and win. So I don't know why he decides to knock me out there. He had to, like, reset Trick Room, especially because I couldn't sleep the Mawile. But anyway, two odd Trick Room teams, and I'm not even sure the last one was Trick Room. It was just a bunch of Pokemon that ended up working for my opponent. But anyway, I think this live was a lot of fun. I do hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.